Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Today we are here with another F1 2014 career mode video. So far the season's been going pretty well. We got a win in Monaco and some very good results in like Bahrain as well. So overall a pretty good season, except from Spain, which didn't go too well. But overall I think it's been a really good season so far, and we're hoping to continue this in Canada. And this is our fastest lap. We're going on to our fastest lap here in Canada. We got into Q3 once again, which is good. So let's just hope for a really fun race and qualifying session here. So here we are, rich fuel mixture, putting into that as we go across the start finish line there. We got a purple time there, but we got a corner cut on that lap, which is unfortunate. And the thing about Canada is you can sort of go over the curbs and really sort of extend the track in a way, and I've seen a lot of people been doing it. So I guess in a way I've got to make sure that I extend the track as much as possible without getting corner cuts to get my best lap time possible here. But here we are going through sector 1. What's the time going to be across the line? It's going to be a 21, I think it's a 21.89 something or something like that. It's very, very close between Rosberg and me here, and you can see Rosberg's gone on to set the fastest lap of the race, so looking quite good for us through sector 1. Hamilton has put a time in, but he's down in 9th position now, which is not good whatsoever. And I don't understand, guys, because Hamilton got a 20 place penalty in Q2. I don't know what he was doing, but he managed to get two 10 place penalties for the grid, so that means wherever he starts it's going to be 20 positions minus from that, so he needs to pretty much get into the top 4 to be making sure that he doesn't start last. So very interesting stuff there. Hamilton somehow got the 20 place penalty, so that's where he's going to be starting right near the back of the grid. But for us it's looking pretty good. What time is it going to be? We're going through the final couple of corners here, making sure that we take as much curb as possible. Not doing it too great through there, but onto the DRS, up through the gears. What's the time going to be across the start finish line? It's a 1:15.579, puts us currently 3rd, which is pretty good. But unfortunately we don't finish 3rd in the session. I think we end up finishing 6th place in the session. We'll see in the times when they come up here. So yeah, I finished 6th, 8 tenths off Rosberg, or Hamilton's time actually in the end. But Hamilton will be starting near the back of the grid. He'll be starting in 21st position after his 20 place penalty. So unlucky for Hamilton. He had a good qualifying, but he had a 20 place penalty somehow through qualifying too, and he's going to be starting in the back of the grid. So that is a bit weird, but I guess that's good to see. At least AI do get penalties. So we're going to do a different strategy here. They wanted me to pit lap 7, but I'm going to pit lap 8. And hopefully that will be good for me. It means that I can do an extra lap on the softer compound tyres. And just quickly looking through a couple of things here, but I thought I might as well speed up. You guys don't really want to see that. But here we are, the Canadian Grand Prix. It should be a lot of fun here. We've got a good qualifying position and hopefully good race pace as well. I'm not expecting to be anywhere near the front, guys, but let's just see how it ends up. So look at that, Alonso, by the looks of it, has gone to the front row of the grid thanks to Hamilton's penalty. We're starting 5th, I think, behind Ricciardo, and overall a pretty decent qualifying here. So who have we got in front of us? We've got Ricciardo to our right, and then Bottas right in front of us here. So we've got Raikkonen behind as well. Not too sure where Vettel's at, but seems to be quite far down the order. 5 lights are on though, fast fuel mixture is on, and the lights are out, and away we go here in Canada. Raikkonen gets a very, very good start. You can see his proximity arrow going all the way around to the outside of us here, but Bottas, Alonso fighting to the inside. We see a gap, we make the move up to P2 here, right up behind Nico Rosberg, and we're sliding all over the place, but we managed to get P2. That's the thing about this game, isn't it, guys? Always the first turn, or the first turn that's got a tight turn in. The AI just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And they just drop down the order. So somehow we managed to get up from 5th place on the grid to 2nd, and I think it's once again down to the AI just not being too aggressive into turn 1, and it really just cost them, because now I've got into 2nd place, not where my car should be. I should, as I said, be about 5. I should be about 5th or 6th position thanks to my qualifying time. That sort of shows me where I'm at, ahead of my teammate for once, which is good as well. But you guys can see we have not got the pace of Rosberg. He's already got over a 2nd advantage on us, and he's just going to be flying off into the distance, isn't he? We've got Alonso behind us, who obviously is a little bit quicker than us, but hopefully through some interesting strategy calls I can do something here, and also using the rich and lean fuel mixture when I can, because it's inevitable. Alonso will catch me here, so I might as well just put it into the lean fuel mixture and save fuel, or maybe standard, I don't know, I'm just going against my own word there, or yeah, might as well just put it into a fuel mixture. That saves a little bit of fuel, so when he does actually catch up to the back of me, I can actually put it into fast fuel mixture again and fly away from him. Not fly away from him. What am I even saying? Not fly away, try and get away from him. That's what I'm trying to say here. So we caught up Rosberg through that final sector, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's pretty much just a straight line. But we're going to skip ahead to lap number 4 here, and you can see Bottas has got ahead of Alonso, and I did what I was thinking. I put it into the lean fuel mixture. They did catch me, and Bottas has caught up to me, not Alonso, so I don't know really happened what to Alonso here, but Rosberg just flying off into the distance. 8 seconds. I didn't really expect it to be that big of a gap, but we are having a lean fuel mixture, as I said, through lap 2 to lap 4. We did put it to standard for a little bit at the end of lap number 1, but we put it into lean on lap number 2. So basically just saving as much fuel as possible here. Still putting decent times here, 118.2, but nothing that special. And you can see Rosberg's gap just going up and up and up. And Alonso still 2.5 seconds behind Bottas, so the AI not really having the pace in these first couple of laps here. And it's interesting because I honestly thought they'd all be right up to the back of me here, but it's only Bottas who's very close to me, and a little bit of mistake through there, a little bit of grass all over the tyres, and making sure that we now just keep it on the track, don't do anything silly, make sure that Bottas doesn't get past us. But look at that, Rosberg has just got another like 0.5 of a second through that first sector alone. He's just flying off into the distance. Now, lap number 8, now I think Bottas has already pitted, or maybe he's behind Alonso, I'm not too sure. AI was squabbling about, but Alonso has caught up to me now, but we're going to be going into the pit lane here, put it into lean fuel mixture. I think we did a couple of laps on standard fuel mixture, or maybe fast fuel mixture before the pits. I think we were just sort of playing around with the fuel mixtures to just try and make sure that there wasn't a queue of cars behind me. So I saved fuel some laps, put it into fast fuel mixture some laps, and I think that's how I should be doing it now. I don't want to just be putting it into lean fuel mixture for like a whole stint, to half a race or whatever, because I don't think it's interesting for you guys to watch, just see a train of cars forming up behind me. But I'm going to be trying to sort of play around with the fuel mixture, sometimes have it in fast, standard, then sometimes in lean, depending on the situation, and really just trying to make sure that I have a good race as well as getting a good result. Because at the end of the day, it's all, well, me going and get the win in Monaco, but it wasn't exactly the greatest race for you guys to watch, and at the end of the day, it needs to be a good race to watch as well. So I'm going to try and make it as challenging as possible for me at some times as well. So Button hasn't pitted, but he is 4 seconds up the road here. So we've sort of actually got a pit stop on Button. So showing we have got pace here. We're not just holding cars up. And actually Button isn't that great here. So our car maybe not suited to this Canada circuit, but I had a good setup. I found it on YouTube. I can't remember what his username was, but I just typed in Montreal or Canada setup F1 2014 and I found this setup, and it's actually really good. It really benefited me here, and obviously showing here I've got good race pace. 1:16.5 is my fastest lap time, and currently I think just only slower than Rosberg. I could be wrong, but as I said, Hamilton started near the back of the grid, so he needs to be fighting his way through some cars and maybe not putting in great lap times. But here we are, Alonso looking to the inside, but he backs out. That's the thing, that's one of the big things about this game, and it's been I think about 2013, 2012, 2011, 2010. The AI are not aggressive with their overtakes, and it is frustrating because you can't really race them. And I'm not going to be like trying to dodge the bullet here and saying AI are not good at overtaking in this game. It's just as simple as that. They are not that great at overtaking unless they have DRS and they have the optimum line. They do not overtake you, and it's just frustrating sometimes. And you want to have a good race, but just sometimes it isn't happening. But you can see after the first stint, our gap to Rosberg was up to about 14 seconds. I think when I count the pits, the time to Rosberg was about 13.5 seconds. Could be wrong, but it was about that. So really my aim in this second stint was just seeing how fast I could be on these harder compound tyres. Obviously not that hard compound tyres because I'm actually doing well on them, but overall I think this race has been going pretty well for me. You can see we lapped Kobayashi back there as well. And lap 14 here, you can see that gap is staying about that sort of 14-15 second mark, which is good for me because it's actually showing that I've got race pace here. I'm not just holding these cars up behind me, and I'm actually having a decent race. And you can see we've only got 3 cars sort of close to us here, and I'm sure they would be in front of us if we were still playing out, as they went past me when they could actually overtake me and stuff like that. But really I wasn't really holding them up, which I think was good. I actually enjoyed this race, and you can see I've got to go a bit defensive here on Alonso. As he looking to the inside, he's sort of thinking about it, but he doesn't make that move. In my opinion, he could have easily got past there, but he just wasn't bold with his overtake. He just wanted to take the easy route and just stay behind. And that's one of the most frustrating things about this game so far. But I don't want to sit here and complain about the game, because apart from that, I'm actually really enjoying the game so far, which is good. And actually I got a 100% race later on today, guys. If you made it this far in the video and interested in doing a 100% race online on PC later today, go over and check my Twitter straight away. You might be seeing some updates. But here we are. Here's a classic example of AI being scared to overtake. He looks down the inside, brakes incredibly early, and I'll go over the curb a little bit here. But look at this. The AI just bunch up here, and across the start-finish line, not sure what time it's going to be, but over the start-finish line we gain, I think, about 3 or 4 seconds through that final corner, and that's just a bit too much, isn't it? The AI are just so slow when trying to overtake me. They back off so early, then just cause a queue behind. But through the last 2 laps, unfortunately for me, I was just going really slowly. My tyres are gone. I'm not very good with saving my tyres. That's definitely something I need to look at doing. I may be finding setups that aren't particularly fast, but I can get to the end of the race on. That's maybe something I need to be looking at. But here we are, final couple of turns here, and overall a really good race here in Montreal. And I gotta say, guys, I honestly think that I raced with the AI here quite well. I mean, I wasn't holding them up. There wasn't a train of like 10, 15 cars or whatever it was in Monaco. I think actually a pretty decent race here. Button finishing 10th, and I think overall, guys, a pretty fun race there. Obviously a bit nicer to see those AI overtaking me and being a bit more aggressive with the moves, but yeah, Hamilton made his way from, was it 21st on the grid up to 5th, and a pretty good race from him. Bottas slipped down to 7th in those last couple of laps, and Massa managed to get 3rd. Alonso 4th, Hamilton 5th, Vettel 6th, and so on. Button managing to get 1 point there in 10th. But overall, guys, I think that's pretty good. My pace wasn't too bad whatsoever. 6 tenths of Nico Rosberg's time, and I overall enjoyed that race. Hopefully you guys did too. We're going to skip ahead to the championship standings here, and we are in 5th place in the standings. Pretty good. 3 points behind Alonso, and then 5 points behind Vettel there. So, and very close there between Rosberg and Hamilton as well. So that bad qualifying for Hamilton and fight back through the field sort of saved himself a lot of points there. And he's only 3 points behind. Obviously, he went into this event ahead, but he's still kept it very close. And there is the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull not actually that far away in comparison to real life, but still nearly 100 points behind. And overall, doing good stuff here for McLaren. I always want to say Mercedes, but yeah, McLaren, good stuff for us as well today. And yeah, pretty good result, guys. I really enjoyed that race. Hopefully you did too. If you're new around here, remember to hit that subscribe button. But if you're already here and enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It's always appreciated. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Once again, it's been Alex, and I'm out here. Goodbye.